All right, here we go. This is your hands. We're doing capo on the 5th fret. The big thing with this is it's a little bit tricky, I think, where you place the capo. You want it to be as close to the edge of the 5th fret as you can. However, there's a chord that's in there, this B7, that, I don't know, I'm having a hard time cramming all my fingers in there with the capo too close. So when you use your capo, maybe move it over. I just have mine moved over a little bit to the middle, just to give my fingers a little bit more space. And then I just got to make sure that I'm not getting fret buzz as I'm doing that. So something to set up beforehand so that you're not getting some crazy fret buzz on it. All right, the pattern's pretty simple. The way that I'm picking it, for the most part, is I'm using my thumb to walk on the bass notes on the A string and the E string. Okay? And then these two fingers are doing the offbeat, and it's on the G string and then on the B string. Very rarely do I use the E string. So most of the time you're doing things right around here. So that's just your G. Alright? Okay, so for the song itself, just some simple things. The verses are all the same. There's a little bit of just a little bit of syncopation on where the chords land. So it's I have unanswered prayers. All right. I have trouble I wish wasn't there. Right. Yeah, so the verses, they're pretty self-explanatory. The choruses change every time just a little bit, little variations. So I wrote out all 3 choruses for you. The first chorus starts on the E minor, same deal. When my world is shaking. Okay, so that's a 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 on the E, 1 on the D over F sharp, G. When my world is shaking, heaven stands. All right, so that E minor 7 over B, all that I'm doing there is I'm doing a C9, right? Regular C9 like this, and just walking that down, keeping this finger here on the D, on the B string, and walking this down. So it's just 1, 2, and then the D over F sharp. All right? Again, E minor. And then here's the walk down. C, B, A, F sharp, G. All right? So the bottom of it, like on the high end side down here, it's all the same. You're just doing that over and over again. But then the walk down is on the bass. So it's C, B, A, F sharp, G. Okay? When my heart is breaking, I'll never leave your hands. Alright? So then, when we get to the bridge, it's a little bit different. So she does that, I'll never leave your hands, down to the E minor, your hands that shake. Okay. Again, it's all about walking, and it's every single note, every beat. So it's C, B, E. So C, B, E, G, D over F sharp, right? And you're holding me. Okay. So this is that B7. It's a little bit funky. The B7 is basically this. It's every other note. I can show you in here really quick. It's every other note. So it's on the A string, on the G string, and on the E string. The E string you may not even use, so you might be able to drop that one off. And then on the 1st fret, you have the D string. So B7. All right. So she's doing, you're holding me, holding me. Okay. When I was doing this one, I noticed too, I moved my fingers up from these two strings to these two strings, the D and the G when playing the B7. So it's A, D, and G. I think it's just sounded cleaner than playing down here. It has that kind of sound. I don't know. I like that one better. So the bridge again goes, your hands that shape the world, you're holding me. And then it's a different chord progression for the second half. It goes E minor, D over F sharp, G, B, right there, the B, D over F sharp, right? Boom, bum, 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 bum. C9 and the B7. Yeah. And then the last chorus has no chord at the end here. So no chord. And then when my world is shaking, you're back in right there. Heaven stands when my world I'll never leave you when my world is shaking. Heaven stands when my heart is breaking. I'll never leave. I'll never